As I mentioned a few times in the last episode of my second floor, I have to create a barrier between the ground floor and the second floor for both dust, the potential of flying bats, and just generally tidiness of my living space downstairs. And so that's what I'm doing here. I began by taking a stud here about roughly the same angle as the stairs, and I found each stud along the wall because it's not finished yet, so I screwed it in there nice and tight. Let me go. Look at that. All done. Alright, the bit that's going against the rails, don't put, if you're gonna, you can use masking tape's a lovely product. I'm not bagging on masking tape, but you can put it on something for a short period of time. Nice piece of wood. Like I put it there, take it off, fine. But I don't know what it is with masking tape. Just one day it's like, fine, you're not going to take me off, or I'm just going to be here forever. So I don't know how long it's going to take. So I don't want to put the tape directly on the nice finished wood. I also don't want this 2x4 kind of rubbing up against there, so I put just put little cardboard spacers on it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to make sure it's pretty close to level. What's happening here is I'm taking the two 2x4s with cardboard on them, and I'm going to sandwich the rails, and then I put a couple screws in there to temp it up. Well, first I used a quick clamp and I temporarily placed them together, put a screw in it to hold it, and then a piece of all thread through there, and just tight enough that it can support the little roof of my temporary shed here, but not too tight as to squeeze the rails. I had some of this foam insulation left over, so I'm kind of tried to cut it through each step. So that way, I'm also going to put this plastic up over it, because it's going to be isolated, the upstairs and downstairs, and the upstairs will be open sometimes. I don't want to heat an area I'm not living in either, while also blocking out the dust. So before anybody takes what I like to call a big shit in their pants, I'm not stapling anywhere into any wood. I'm stapling into the sheetrock and drywall. Very short staples. It just holds it there for a little bit in case the wind gets blowing. And then the tape creates the seal. Also the masking tape, I will also not put that against any wood. Again, like I said, masking tape, even though it is easy to remove masking tape, that it's only easy to remove if you do it in a timely manner. And even then, sometimes I've noticed it takes the finish and varnish off of wood, so I don't like to tape against nice finished old wood unless absolutely necessary. Some crusty old door I've been holding on to for a long time, and I didn't know why until now. Now I do. I want this as close to the floor as it can be, that it'll still open. This is my dust control door.
show you a quick trick to keep dust out on the hinge side. I got a little trash bag here. I don't let it unfold all the way. Take the guy right along the door. Keep a little bit of, let a little slack in it. You don't want it taut. But to finish it off, I threw some tape down the ends. Alright, again, I cannot stress enough how much I do not like living and breathing dust when I'm not working in dust, wearing a dust mask. So this I'm going to tape about 15 times. I'm going to tape it first, put the plastic off. I want it completely isolated from the living space. Not to just be a big whiny bitch or anything, but when you're doing bids for, or taking bids for demolition and remodeling, and you don't know why the prices are so different, why don't you ask them what like their dust control plan is? People never ask that. You try to explain to them that sort of thing. They kind of roll their eyes and boredom, and then they go with the cheap guy, and then they complain what a dirtbag he is. But I don't know if he's a dirtbag or you just chose not to pay to have all this stuff. Like this take me, well, yesterday I was playing around with it, but this take me about a day and a half just to build this little thing and make sure it's completely secured. When you're ripped like me, you can sacrifice a few exercise bands, but that should hold it pretty good. Alright, here's where I'm at now. I'm just going to fine tune this a little bit. So you can see I turned the lights off in here and the sun's shining outside. So as you can see, I got light there at the header I got to take care of. This weather stripping here did a pretty good job at this side, but it's a tiny bit at the bottom. And I need a door sweep here. Then I think we should be in pretty good shape. But like I said, along the side, it's covered on both sides. So we got a little daylight coming through there. I'll add some more tape to it. That, of course, is just the plastic. But yeah, should be pretty tight. It hurts my heart a little bit to drive nails into this floor, but this floor is beat, so gonna need a total refinish anyway. But I'm just using small finish nails, so it just leaves a little hole. So how about that? Not super exciting. That's just a guy putting up a temporary wall, but a very important part of the job. And this way, if anyone's done a project inside their home before, which I've done a few, I used to get lazy about this part and then just be cleaning up dust all the time. This took me a day or so to put this guy up. But it'll save me a lot of time in dusting the living space I'm in, and that way I can sort of pretend there's not a big explosion of hell upstairs. But this, yeah, it'll keep the dust out. And let's say, for example, maybe there are bats hibernating in the attic. When I tear the drywall off and they take off everywhere, they'll be isolated to that little area up there, which that'll be nice. Yeah. So anyway, that is that. Next episode we'll put in a trash chute. How exciting would that be to see? Huh? Yeah, so anyway, so again, I'm going to be putting these out. I'm going to chapter these. If anybody's got any feedback on how I should do the videos, chapter format and all that, just keep that to yourself. I really don't care. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and subscribe or whatever the hell format thing you do to follow stuff. and have a nice one. Bye bye.